Here are the 5 things you need to know from KCTV 5.
And we begin with breaking news. A massage therapist is in jail suspected of rape and sexual battery during a massage appointment. Aaron Borger worked in Baldwin City, Kansas and Grandview, Missouri. Police worry there may be more victims and are asking anyone who believes they've had inappropriate contact with Borger to call the number that you see on your screen right now. Lawrence police are mourning the death of police officer Zachary Garcia Kearns. The department says the 28-year-old died in an off-duty death last Friday. As a final act of service, his organ donation will save the lives of as many as 75 other people. Kansas City, Kansas Community College has selected another temporary president. Dr. Patrick Schulte has been chosen by the college's Board of Trustees last night. This comes as the previous fill-in, Dr. Scott Balog, resigned after saying he has a new job. And it all started in March when the board fired the permanent president, Dr. Greg Mosier, for a personal matter. The Kansas City Current launched Teal Rising Week today. 3 international teams will play at CPKC Stadium. Plus, there'll be youth tournaments, some player panels, and coaching sessions. The Kansas City Mavericks play at home tonight. They'll welcome the Tulsa Oilers to Cable Dahmer Arena. Puck drops at 7:05. And KCTV 5 is supporting the Mavericks tonight. Our broadcast tower in Midtown will shine in orange in honor of the Mavericks.